Coal Minister Piyush Goyal has asked for a status report on the missing coal allocation files. Speaking to NDTV's Rahul Srivastav, Mr. Goyal says that all crucial files in the coal ministry will now be microfilmed.
Another one of your ministries was in news for the last few years for all the wrong reasons. What are you doing in that ministry? Because your power situation is directly linked to the coal ministry.
Well, I think the enthusiasm also of the coal ministry is very good. They have had certain problems in the past, particularly since 2010, when the go-no-go areas were introduced. After a huge hue and cry, it was removed, only to be replaced by an inviolate areas policy. Together, I think we've gone back 4 years because of these two policies and possibly lost 200 odd tons of annual production growth, which would have happened in these 4 years. Having said that, now we are working in tandem with the Environment Ministry. We have already had one meeting with Shri Prakash Javadekar, Honorable Environment Minister, with his officials and my officials. It was a very cordial meeting. We flagged off urgent issues. We found the response to be absolutely wonderful. I see no disconnect between various...
What about those coal blocks which were given and were never executed?
I think that's an issue. It's an issue with a wider import. And we will discuss it with senior ministers and senior leaders. Also, it is sub judice. We'll need to take the courts into confidence.
But will the government work for a quicker execution of those coal blocks? Because the power situation is directly linked to that.
I think we'll have to have a three-pronged approach. There are many coal blocks which are outside the purview of these allotments. We'll have to see how we can operationalize them faster. In the interim, we'll have to look at how we can augment coal supplies by imports in adequate measures so power plants start working fully. And finally, we'll have to resolve this in consultation with the courts.
The coal ministry also talked about that there is a probe going on. You're saying the matter is sub judice and we had files missing. So one of the responsibility of the new coal minister would be to find out the files.
I did flag off the issue with the ministry officials, and I was informed that most of the files are now in place. I have asked for a report to be given to me on exact status of which files are still missing, and then within the files which papers are missing, since I had myself raised the privilege issue against the Honourable Minister, then Honourable Minister. So I would like to get to the bottom of it. I have also asked them to draw up a plan for microfilming of all documents going forward so that in the future we don't have to face such problems.